joining us now to weigh in. Chief Market Strategist and CEO of Market Rebellion, Mark Lopresti, along with journalist Melissa Francis. All right, Mark, that sounds like it could be a little difficult, awkward, challenging. You fill in the blank for us here.
I don't think these other countries will accept an IOU. And listen, it's not to say that I disagree with Secretary Besant's attempt to really convey the gravity of this. But at the end of the day, number one, I think the Supreme Court will uphold President Trump's acting under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. I don't want to bore everybody with citing statutes, but it's one arrow in the president's quiver that he can use for this economic policy, number one. And number two, if the Supreme Court were to say, no, this was outside of your power under the IEEPA, they would give time, knowing that the president could say, well, if it's not here, well, then I'm going to do it under one of the other 4 or 5 well-settled pieces of legislation that give him broad authority to do this kind of thing.
So you think everything's going to be okay?
Everything? Is that the bottom line? We're looking for a bottom line.
I was going to say
we're going to be fine. Yes,
okay, all right, thank you very much. There you go.
It's a big chunk of change, though. I mean, it could be $70 billion this calendar year that they might have to return.
You know what? And I love it. And this is why I studied economics instead of politics, because he's like, there's no in theory. Like, there's no they might have to return. If that's it, that's the math.
Right.
The money has to go back,
back
if that's what it actually comes down to. But I would say, as much as the market does not like tariffs, the only thing that they hate worse than tariffs is tariff uncertainty.
Right.
So if this happened, I think it would be incredibly detrimental, not just because of the money that went back, because you make a great point about, does it really have to? I mean, what it really says is that it takes away President Trump's favorite tool, his favorite cudgel that he likes to use to whip everybody else into shape.
Yeah.
It's been very effective for him this time around because everybody knows he means it. So if all of a sudden he loses that weapon, I think it throws so many different things, the deals, so much of his power into question that it would really be disruptive to our economy.
Yeah, Mark,
I think we're over dramatizing this a little bit. We really are. And I think the lower court recognized that in saying, this is the ruling. We know he's going to take it to the Supremes, but we're not going to enforce, we're not going to make sure that the government actually does anything in returning the money, because we know he's going to take it to a higher court. And the president and the Treasury Secretary and obviously Commerce Secretary Lutnick, they know these legal challenges. So the last bunch of deals that were made, including the Japan deal, were not made pursuant to that statute.
I don't know. You are awfully brave to have so much faith in the Supremes. They have let us down.
But even if they do, Melissa, Trump can say, okay, fine, you didn't like that statute. Here's 4 others. Challenge my authority, and I have broad discretion under these other acts and these other provisions to do this.
Right,
so
but Melissa, as you said, though, also the one thing people don't like is, the markets don't like, certainly, is any uncertainty. I mean, tariff uncertainty in general. So even if that were true, even if there were, okay, I've got another arrow in my quiver, to use your metaphor here, would there be another bad negative market impact during all of this back and forth? I mean, it's kind of like, can we just ride easy for a while here?
I mean, the market loves to get scared, right?
It does.
I mean, you're excellent at calming all of us down, and I love what you're saying, and I want it to be true. I feel better. I feel better. But
that's why
the market likes to get nervous. It likes to get scared, and we've already seen so many business deals change. I've seen companies go out of business because of policies that the president has put in place about Buy American. Things have already changed. There are so many knock-on effects that even just the thought that we're going back, I think, would be really tough. But I believe you and I love you.
And yet I love you too. And yet the week of the lower court decision, what did the market do?
Right.
We had new all-time highs on the S&P, new all-time highs on the NASDAQ. So far the market's like, Trump's going to get a deal done. It's the numbers.
I love it.
We're out of time. But we're out of time. But real quick, but do you think? Just really, yes, do you think then, based on us having the conversation, that Besant should have said that? Should he have gone there? Okay.
To convey the gravity, yes.
Okay, you did say that in the beginning.
Yes.
GDP's up, and this case, they want it done by November. They want a decision on it. So obviously we'll be watching a lot, riding on it. Mark, Melissa, thank you so much. We appreciate it.